It is not easy for me to learn English and Japanese at the same time. Like a passenger on a crowded train trying to read two different maps, I struggle with learning. There seems to be no justice in attempting such an ambitious linguistic challenge without adequate time or preparation. Each learning phase requires different mental approaches, making simultaneous study extremely demanding and mentally exhausting for students. My concentration spreads too thin across both languages, preventing deep understanding of either linguistic system effectively. The rush to master both languages simultaneously often leads to confusion between grammar rules and vocabulary. Formal Japanese requires understanding complex honorific systems, while English demands mastery of irregular verb patterns and idioms. Learning languages has become like a religion for me, requiring daily devotion and unwavering faith. My employer expects fluency in both languages for international business communications, creating additional pressure and stress. I reject the advice to focus on one language because career advancement requires proficiency. Between English and Japanese, the latter proves more challenging due to its complex writing systems. My mental plate overflows with vocabulary, grammar rules, and cultural nuances from both linguistic traditions simultaneously. I should ban myself from attempting this ambitious dual language learning project without proper guidance and resources. Each language seems to steal attention from the other, creating interference rather than mutual reinforcement. My brain seems to protest against processing such different linguistic structures and cultural contexts simultaneously every day. I maintain a detailed index of vocabulary and grammar points to track progress in both languages. It makes me sad when I confuse Japanese particles with English prepositions during conversation practice. I frequently mix vocabulary from both languages, creating confusing sentences that native speakers cannot understand properly. My study schedule runs in a continuous circle, English in mornings, Japanese in afternoons, with constant overlap. Language exchange partners prove helpful for practicing both languages with native speakers who provide authentic feedback. Neither language follows my command completely. Both resist my attempts at simultaneous mastery through sheer determination. The attractive prospect of becoming trilingual motivates me, despite daily struggles and frequent moments of discouragement. Sometimes I feel sick from mental exhaustion caused by switching between completely different linguistic and cultural frameworks. My impression is that successful polyglots possess extraordinary mental flexibility that I am still developing. I feel unable to achieve native-like fluency in either language when dividing attention between both simultaneously. Friends joke that I speak 3 languages poorly instead of one language well, which hurts. My linguistic ambitions reach toward the sky, but practical limitations keep me grounded in reality. I read newspaper columns in both languages daily to improve reading comprehension and cultural understanding. Electronic translation tools help with immediate comprehension but hinder natural language acquisition and fluency development. I impose strict study schedules on myself to maintain progress in both challenging linguistic systems. It feels almost criminal to abandon one language after investing so much time and emotional energy. Besides vocabulary confusion, grammar interference between languages creates persistent learning obstacles that require constant attention. Learning to properly pronounce Japanese sounds while maintaining English accent accuracy proves extremely challenging for me. Ancient Japanese writing systems conflict with modern English alphabet usage, creating visual processing difficulties during study. Success seems as distant as a far coast visible on the horizon, but requiring long navigation. Mental fatigue makes me feel ill-equipped to handle the cognitive demands of simultaneous language acquisition. Each small victory gives me a motivational kick to continue this challenging, but rewarding educational journey. I monitor my progress closely in both languages to identify areas needing additional focus and improvement. Managing multiple language learning goals simultaneously requires exceptional organization and time management skills that I am developing. This ambitious project will eventually yield professional and personal benefits that justify current struggles and mental exhaustion.